Hello everyone, and welcome to a different theory video. So I wanted to actually take a crack at doing a Ninjago theory rather than a FNAF theory, though I do have some more of those on the way, but in the meantime, I wanted to talk about the Overlord's actual abilities within Ninjago, because I've been rewatching the series from start to, I guess, pretty much Dragon's Rising, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he has creation powers. Which is weird since his whole thing is destruction and chaos, but when you actually look at what he does in the series, it very much appears that he has a form of creation. I think the First Spinjitzu Master as well as the Overlord actually have the exact same elemental power, except it's split between the two of them. Now, why do I say this? Well, it's specifically mentioned that the Overlord and the First Spinjitzu Master have sort of a balance act between the two of them in the sense of they keep having to fight each other over and over and over again across all the First Spinjitzu Master's descendants as well as the Overlord himself fighting for all of time. And on the note of time, it's completely possible for elemental powers to be split between two people.
Control time, control everything!
Acronix and Crux actually share the same elemental power, except since they are siblings and are born at the same time, their elemental power was actually split between the two of them. So it's completely possible for a elemental master to basically have half of an elemental power, and for two elemental masters to exist simultaneously with the exact same power set. The Overlord continues to come back regardless of how many times he's destroyed or killed. But the question is, why does he keep coming back? And I think the reason for that is because Lloyd is still alive. I think Lloyd actually living in the Ninjago world acts as a lifeline for the Overlord to continue to return. Because there are many realms within the, I guess, multiple universes of Ninjago. Never mind. They're dead now. So why does the Overlord continue to resurrect within Ninjago specifically? Why not go and take over, like, the Netherrealm or whatever? He keeps focusing on Ninjago, even though every time he does, he loses. Why not go somewhere else? And that got me thinking, what if it's Lloyd specifically being alive that is drawing him to Ninjago? Because we know that Lloyd inherited the First Spinjitzu Master's powers, and if the Overlord has the same powers, that means they basically share one power split between the two of them. It always struck me as weird that in Ninjago Crystallized, the Overlord just kind of was like, hey, yeah, join me and we can rule the universe or whatever the hell, like...
Join me.
Thing is, sometimes I like to order off the menu, so I'm going with choice number 3.
Choice number 3.
Oh my god, he's rejected your offer. Just kill him. Why are you questioning this terrible joke? Okay, so for anyone who's also doing a Ninjago rewatch, when you get to Crystallize, it's so much more funny and actually, like, entertaining to just watch it while thinking of the mindset of what the heck the Overlord's thinking. Because, like, from his perspective, he created the most powerful army imaginable, stopped all his enemies, destroyed the monastery, all in like 2 days. And using all the Venstone he collected, he's made himself completely indestructible and the ninja's elemental powers don't affect him at all. He's eliminated every single threat except for Lloyd. And then he captures Lloyd, and after capturing the one person that can kill him, he lets him monologue for no reason. After he's rejected his truce offer or whatever of like, let's rule the world. He literally wins right here. If nothing else happened past this point, he would have won by default. Wu and the other ninjas don't know that he's alive. If he had killed Lloyd right here, he wins. But no, he decides to toy with Lloyd for like 5 seconds and entertain his terrible joke, and then he loses everything. This dude spent the past like 5 years making the ultimate plan and lets it all fall apart for a joke. Because like, make no mistake, he lets this happen. He is currently basically all-powerful. Lloyd is not wearing armor or anything. He is susceptible and very vulnerable to the crystals. If the Overlord had just touched him, Lloyd would die. This season, he has killed so many people. He has no problem just outright murdering people. But for this one moment, he decides to entertain a terrible joke for 5 seconds and then loses everything he's spent the past 5 years doing. He lets this happen. Like, he is the biggest mastermind and the biggest dumbass. I can't wait for him to come back in Dragon's Rising and just do it again.
Fight another day! Yeah!
Why did he fall for this? If it's true that the Overlord and Lloyd share one power split between the two of them, then having a team-up would just basically bring those two powers together. And if the Overlord were to steal that power, he would be the most powerful person in Ninjago. And that's exactly what he's always wanted. All the power. All of his power.
I don't want to fight. I What's your power?
So with all that said, let's actually take a look at both Lloyd's powers and the Overlord's powers and actually compare them, because they are pretty much the same thing. They both possess levitation abilities. Granted, Lloyd has to have his full golden power to actually use this, however, we will actually see a similar effect on the Overlord later on. The First Spinjitzu Master, as well as the Overlord, both possess the ability to create life. The First Spinjitzu Master created the Serpentine, and the Overlord created the Stone Army.
In the ground, he created the Serpentine.
Till the Overlord created his indestructible warriors, the Stone Army.
Both the Overlord and the First Spinjitzu Master also have control over their surrounding terrain. I'm going with terrain since, again, this is technically meant to be Earth being used by Lloyd in the example I'm going to show. However, I don't know what else you could also use as an example for the Overlord in my next situation, which is this. How does he do this? Is it Earth he's using? Is it wind? Like, it's not really explained. But it's very similar to what Lloyd does here. Another example I want to show is when he lifts all of Ninjago City. The problem here is this is when he has access to the golden weapons, which grant him some level of golden power.
Is that wall getting higher?
However, again, if they share the same power, he already had some. I just think he had a lower amount of it than Lloyd. As for why he would have a lower level of golden power than Lloyd, I think it's because of this. I don't know what the fuck Lloyd is currently doing, but it very much looks like it hurts him since it takes the Overlord an ungodly amount of time to actually come back from this. And since we can scale golden power by percentages, and Lloyd actually splits the remaining percent of golden power he has with the 4 ninja, which returns their elemental powers to them minus their true potential forms. This leaves Lloyd with a very low level of golden power, and I think that's what we're looking at with the Overlord. I think the Overlord and the First Spinjitzu Master had the exact same elemental power, but through their constant battles, the Overlord spent most of his power, leaving him with a very low level of golden power. Some more proof to this is during the flashback and weird monologue scene of the Serpentine explaining the Golden Master's origin, they say this.
When he, who had the powers equal to the First Spinjitzu Master, would rise and usher in the last of the setting suns.
When he who had powers equal to the first. They don't say that he gained these powers or obtained them in some way. They say he had them. They also say that they would rise, which just means that they would, like, attack everyone. Like, that doesn't mean they're gonna, like, gain new powers. It very much appears that he already had these powers. So, I think the Overlord had a golden power, but spent most of it. Which is why in Rebooted, he changes his plans and tries to steal Lloyd's golden power. Not to take the golden power from Lloyd, he already has that. Just to raise the level of golden power he already has. Alright, hello, Editor Nar here. So while I was editing this video, I realized something incredibly stupid. Where the heck is the First Spinjitzu Master in Dragon's Rising? Because he should be alive now. Okay, the First Spinjitzu Master's spirit seems to have some sort of physical form, and appears to be chilling out in some other realm. There's just one problem. Since the merge occurred, all of the realms have been combined into one giant mass. However, does this include the realm that the First Spinjitzu Master's spirit is chilling in? They brought back Moro, who had died and was sent to the Cursed Realm and then came back and then died again and went to the Departed Realm. Resurrecting old characters in Ninjago is not a new thing. And by everything we've seen in the series, yeah, the First Spinjitzu Master should now be somewhere in the merged realms. Where is he? You would have been very helpful during this shit! Why didn't you stop this? Your grandson is here! Your other son is here! Where are you? I don't know, I'm just gonna assume that, like, the First Spinjitzu Master is just kicking it back with, like, Kragger and wherever the heck Chima is, cause, like, where is Chima? Like, we know it's here. Raz is from Chima. I don't know. Anyways, back to the theory. And lastly, that the First Spinjitzu Master and the Overlord can survive after death. Whenever the Overlord dies, his spirit or soul seems to just chill out wherever it actually was killed. in some other weird purgatory realm, and then eventually manifests back into Ninjago. And in the case of the First Spinjitzu Master, yeah, he died in the sense of his physical body expiring, but assuming this scene here at the end of the Oni trilogy isn't Lloyd just going insane and tripping balls and actually wasn't some hallucination or a dream, it seems that the spirit of the First Spinjitzu Master is just chilling out in some random realm. The way Lloyd defeats the Overlord in Crystallized is actually the exact same way the Overlord planned on defeating the ninja in Season 3. When the weakened Overlord returns and attempts to steal Lloyd's golden power to raise his golden power level, Lloyd goes into hiding and then eventually shares his golden power with the ninja, lowering his own level. The Overlord, realizing he can no longer get the level of golden power he wanted from Lloyd, goes and searches for the golden weapons. And after getting them, he uses them to raise his own golden power. And then Zane Chernobyls him, but you know, that's whatever. The way the Overlord returns in Crystallized is by using the golden power from the golden weapons to once again raise his own golden power enough for him to take physical form. But yeah, Lloyd is still using the lowered level of golden power that he has. So once the Overlord gets powered up with the golden weapons, he is once again a higher level than Lloyd. So what does Lloyd do? He goes and gets the golden weapons and powers himself up. It's the exact same thing the Overlord does in Season 3. So we have two characters who, in theory, should have completely opposite abilities, doing the exact same thing with their abilities. Like, this is a one-for-one example of them doing the same thing. However, there is one big glaring issue with this theory. What the hell are the ninja's dragon forms?
Jump up! Kick back! Whip around! And spin!
I'll be honest, I don't have an answer to this. I have no idea how the fuck they got this golden power. I mean, they had golden power originally because that's how they got their elemental powers back from Lloyd. However, the power was evenly split between all of them when he did that. Lloyd, with 100% golden power, granted him the golden form which he used to battle against the Overlord, becoming the ultimate Spinjitzu Master. But by the point of him sharing the golden power with the ninja, he had already had 50% of that power drained from him. So, the ninja's remaining golden power they should have that grant them their elemental powers should not allow them to do this. And again, the golden weapons are what powers them all up, being the Overlord and Lloyd in both instances, but in this case, they don't have those. So, where the fuck did they get this golden power? Also, if it wasn't obvious, I'm swearing excessively because the last time I've covered anything Ninjago related, YouTube has struck me down with the power of Made for Kids a million times. So go ahead, YouTube, set this video to Made for Kids. I fucking dare you. Digs at YouTube and the lack of understanding of where this came from, yeah, I think the Overlord and the First Spinjitzu Master have the exact same elemental power. So yeah, that's basically it. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about golden power, kind of throw this theory out there and see if anyone agrees with it. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed, had a great morning, a great evening, and a great existence. Believe it or not, this video was actually recorded, or I guess the part before the part I'm recording right now, but this video was like done like 6 months ago, or at least I had recorded like the entire audio for this video and just had to edit it pretty much. So like during streams for like building the Pizzaplex, when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm working on so many projects, like I finished this video I think 6 months ago, and it's only now getting uploaded. Like I have way too much stuff I'm doing, like holy crap. Also, Dragon's Rising reaction videos will be resuming again shortly. I just had a bunch of issues with that and wanted to try and fix some stuff. So either way, that will be coming soon. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll be jumping back into building more of Ruin tomorrow. In the meantime, have a great existence, and peace out. Okay, but seriously, why was the First Spinjitzu Master not helping with the fucking apocalypse? Where was he? What was more important than this?